Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, this is SeoulScreen, the place where we talk about K-dramas the way fans actually do. We don't just read headlines, we react, we speculate, we overthink, and sometimes we argue in the comments. And today's topic honestly feels like it was made for this channel, because January 2026 is about to kick off with a rom-com overload. Let's be real for a second. When life gets heavy, when work is stressful, when everything feels a bit too serious, rom-com dramas are usually the first thing we reach for. They're comforting, they're funny, they give us butterflies, and even when the plot is predictable, somehow it still works. And January 2026 is coming in strong with 4 rom-com dramas that all feel very different from each other, but equally tempting. So today, I want to walk you through 4 rom-com K-dramas you should absolutely keep on your radar this January. I'll share what excites me, what I'm slightly worried about, and I really want you to tell me which one you're most excited for, because I already know the comments are going to be divided. Let's start with the first one, because this one already feels like it's mixing a lot of elements people love. To My Beloved Thief is scheduled to premiere on January 3, 2026, and this drama marks Ahn Bo Hyun's return to the romantic comedy genre. And honestly, that alone is enough to get many people interested. Ahn Bo Hyun has proven time and time again that she can handle complex roles, but there's something really special about her in lighter, playful characters. The story is set in a historical Joseon-era backdrop, but with a fantasy twist. Ahn Bo Hyun plays Hong Eun-jo, a woman living a double life. By day, she's a healer, helping people quietly and professionally. But by night, she transforms into a legendary bandit known as Hong Gil-dong, stealing from corrupt officials and redistributing wealth to the poor. Already, this setup feels fun, empowering, and very classic K-drama in the best way. A strong female lead with a secret identity, moral clarity, and a Robin Hood-style mission is always a win in my book. Then we have Moon Seo Ha as Eyal, a prince who loves investigations and becomes obsessed with uncovering the true identity of Hong Gil-dong. And just when you think this is going to be a simple cat-and-mouse romance, the drama throws in a soul swap incident. Yes, their souls get switched. Now imagine this. A righteous bandit trapped in a prince's body, and a curious, privileged prince suddenly experiencing life as a commoner healer and secret thief. This kind of trope can either be incredibly fun or completely chaotic, depending on execution. Personally, I'm excited, but also cautiously optimistic. Soul swap stories need really tight writing to avoid becoming repetitive. But if done right, this could be hilarious, emotional, and surprisingly deep. I'm especially curious to see how romance develops when they literally experience life through each other's bodies. So let me know, are you excited about this one, or are you tired of body swap plots? Next up is Spring Fever, premiering on January 5, 2026, and this one feels like the complete opposite vibe. Spring Fever is what I'd call a healing rom-com. It stars Lee Ju-bin as Yunbom, a popular teacher in Seoul who leaves the city and moves to a small village called Sinsup to escape from a painful past. If you've watched enough K-dramas, you know this setup well. City burnout, emotional wounds, and a fresh start in a quiet town. But what makes this interesting is the male lead, played by Ahn Bo Hyun. He plays Sun Jae-gyu, a charismatic local man who also happens to be the uncle of one of Yunbom's students. He's warm, grounded, and deeply rooted in the community, which creates a really nice contrast with Yunbom's guarded, emotionally distant personality. From what we know, the romance here isn't loud or dramatic. It's slow, awkward, and gentle. The kind of romance that sneaks up on you while you're watching, and suddenly you realize you're smiling for no reason. Personally, I think this drama could be perfect for viewers who loved small-town healing dramas. But I also worry a little. Sometimes healing romances can feel too slow or too safe. So the big question is whether Spring Fever can balance comfort with enough emotional tension to keep viewers hooked. What do you think? Are you craving a calm, healing romance, or do you need something more chaotic to keep your attention? Now let's talk about Can This Love Be Translated, because this one might be one of the most talked about dramas of January. This Netflix original stars Kim Sun-ho as Joo Ho-jin, a multilingual translator who is gentle, sincere, and emotionally intelligent. He's assigned as the personal translator for Cha Moo-hee, played by Go Eun-young, a top actress who is highly successful but deeply skeptical about love. From the start, their relationship is full of misunderstandings, and not just language-wise. They misunderstand emotions, intentions, and unspoken meanings. And I actually love this concept. Communication is one of the biggest problems in relationships, and this drama turns that into the core theme. Joo Ho-jin often secretly softens Cha Moo-hee's blunt and honest statements to protect her public image, which leads to some really funny and awkward situations. But over time, as they travel and spend more time together, they start to learn each other's emotional language. This feels like a very modern rom-com. Less about dramatic love triangles, and more about emotional growth and understanding. And since Netflix is releasing all episodes at once on January 16, 2026, let's be honest, this one is probably going to be binge-watched by a lot of people. I personally think Kim Sun-ho fits this role perfectly, and Go Eun-young continues to choose really interesting projects. But I'm curious what you think. Do you prefer binge-release rom-coms, or do you enjoy the weekly anticipation? And finally, we have No Tale to Tell, also known as Human from Today, which premieres on January 16, 2026. This one is probably the most chaotic and unpredictable of the four. Kim Hyun plays Ahn-ho, a very unconventional gumiho. Unlike traditional gumiho characters who desperately want to become human, Ahn-ho actually loves her immortal life. She enjoys modern pleasures, avoids doing good deeds, and just wants to live freely forever. But of course, fate intervenes. She gets involved in an unexpected incident with Kang Si-yeol, played by Park Solomon, also known as Lamin. He's a world-class soccer star, extremely narcissistic, and completely unaware of how his life is about to change. That incident causes Ahn-ho to lose her immortality and become human. This setup already sounds wild, and that's why I'm excited. Kim Hyun is known for her expressive acting and unique energy, and pairing her with Lamin's flashy, self-absorbed character feels like a recipe for comedy. My only concern here is tone. Fantasy rom-coms need a very clear balance between humor, emotion, and mythology. If it leans too silly, it risks losing emotional impact. But if it takes itself too seriously, it might lose the fun. Still, this is the one that feels the most unpredictable, and sometimes that's exactly what keeps viewers watching. So now, let's talk overall. January 2026 is giving us historical fantasy, healing romance, modern workplace romance, and fantasy rom-com. For very different flavors of the same genre. And honestly, I love that variety. But if I had to ask you one question, it would be this. Which one are you most excited for, and why? Are you Team Saguk Fantasy with To My Beloved Thief, Team Cozy Healing with Spring Fever, Team Modern Communication Romance with Can This Love Be Translated, or Team Chaotic Fantasy with No Tale to Tell? Tell me in the comments, and feel free to rank them. I want to see where everyone stands. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you're subscribed to SeoulScreen, because we'll be covering these dramas as they air, sharing honest reactions, and probably changing our minds multiple times along the way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.